How you doing? Thank you very much for joining me. This is Hybridsteel and this is Hydroneer. Now with 1.7.1 point whatever, things are starting to change. Little pieces of bits are starting to happen, and like we all know, creative mode is a thing and fishing is a thing, and like the new Onyx is a thing. But what happens when Max goes that one step further to improve creative mode? Does it really help? Okay, so when I say does it really help, sort of does help in a way. Basically, we are now able to build anywhere in the game. I'm not sure about like digging like Goliath drills into like concrete and stuff. I haven't got around to doing that. But the one thing I always wanted to do was to basically make a conveyor belt that stretched from South Hope all the way to a shop, just so I could stop making things. Now I do still have my Goliath drills already down here, and these are all hooked up to my main sorting plant. So my sorting plant here basically comes up out of here, down this chute and into here. So that means my Goliaths are still actively making stuff. My ram drills, however, I was like, well, there's got to be some sort of way of upgrading them, you know, how to make profit without really doing anything. And since this update, I came up with the idea of basically taking way too much time to build a conveyor belt that goes from here all the way to the jewelers. It basically means that anything this produces can just be left over there. The worst part is I haven't tested this yet. I thought I would test this live. Well, say live, in a video. So we're going to turn it all on, and we're going to see if it's basically just about to lag the crap out of my game. So here we go. Turning the water on now. Turning the water on to my Ujima Flippy. Oh, yes. And in order to turn it all on. So now what's going to happen is that my ram drills are going to keep making stuff. And this will ultimately test the lag in this game now. Because all of this stuff will make its way all the way to the jewelers. As said, the worst part is going to be the lag, and can it hold up? With this much stuff on the screen, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to be... It's already getting a bit funky. So this is just one big conga line. This stretches all the way to South Hope. Now, this basically means that by the time it gets all the way to South Hope, it ends up in a bucket. The downside, and I really mean the downside, is I don't think my computer is going to be able to hack it. I genuinely think there's just too much on the screen, which will cause a shed ton of lag. I think I'm about to break the game. Thankfully, I saved it. And now the autosave function's a lot better. So we're going to go over to the jewelers where all this is going to end up. And then I'm just going to sit around and... it's just starting to lag horrifically now. Oh my god, it is starting to die. So this is where it'll end up. In a bucket at the end. If I stand on this table... So like we said, we can now build anywhere we want. I don't think this is advisable for anyone. Don't do this. Literally, do not do this whilst the game is in its current version. Because if you do this, you will crash your computer. Pretty happily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and wait for it all to turn up. I don't know how long it's going to take, but... So for me, it's going to be minutes and minutes and minutes of waiting until everything finally turns up. It's going to take a little while, let's put it this way. But thankfully, due to the joys of modern day editing, here we go. Well, that was a little bit of a fail, wasn't it? The problem with this game at the moment is it's still not as optimized as it really should be. Now, we know that 2.0 is coming at some point, and 2.0 will change the face of this game to make it more easy, to make it more to make it more stable, to make it more better to play, and a lot of better upgrades for this game in order for us to actually play and build things like this bigger, better, and stronger and faster. The downside is at the moment it just can't run it. Even with turning the graphics right down and getting it all as far as I could, and it just wouldn't go. And I'm going to be completely honest, I've never really had to ever play this game on low before, but it just would not keep it. So, my advice to anybody who is going to watch this video, or anybody who is watching this video, and thinking, hey, I can now build a conveyor belt all the way to the shop and it'll be just fine. No, it won't. Don't do it. And the reason why I'm saying it is, before it gets out of here, so I'll put this into perspective. Ram drills were on, that line, that conga line of jewellery had only got to about here. It had got to here from over there, and it still had all of that distance to go before it even made it to a jeweler's. And I turned that off. I made sure it was running. It was running, but because of the amount of stuff that is on that conveyor belt within those very short seconds, your computer will really sluggishly die out. And it comes down to the particles that are in the game. That slows the game out, and there is just no point in doing it. So I'm hoping this is a warning to you all. Do not do this. Okay? Simple. Don't do it. It's a bloody good idea, and I really enjoyed building it. I mean, it took a couple of hours. I'm not even lying when it's like copy and pasting with that magic wand to do all of this. Took me in a best part of about 3 hours to put all the conveyor belts in, all the piping, all the cables, make sure it was powered properly, make sure it's all good. And at the end of the day, what I've learned is that this game cannot do this just yet. Wait until 2.0, because when in 2.0 is, I'll be doing all this sort of thing. I'm going to go as big as I can. I'm going to try and get as far through the level as I can with conveyor belts everywhere and all this other stuff. But as of now, right this second, this game cannot run that amount of stuff on a conveyor belt. So hopefully this is a warning. Hopefully people will pay attention, and I really hope to see you all in another video. So until my next one, peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. Boom. Fist bump to you.